Okay, here we go. In this lesson, we're gonna be talking about it's the title is like how the how the sun stands still, and I know it's one of those things like what you mean when the sun stands still. Um, well, I'll read a story from the book of Joshua. And, um, and it said in Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, it says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God is with you everywhere you go." So when and I'm like, wow, oh my goodness, he is everywhere. He is in Vietnam. He is in America. He is in Germany. God is everywhere. For me, I'm like, oh my God, you everywhere. um, but let's start thinking about um, certain things, and I would like to ask you a question for everybody, and maybe we can talk about it. Um, so, how many kinds of weather can we name? I, I can name one. Um, I know we had people can have tornadoes, like those tornadoes. Um, can anyone name something else? Like what kind of weathers? I mean, what kind of weather do you think we have? Um, yeah, rain. Yeah, rainy. Okay, when it rains. Uh, Anybody else? What do you think? How about? I'm sorry.
Sunny. Sunny.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we say rainy.
Stormy.
Oh,
Stormy.
okay. Um, how about?
Windy.
Yeah. Okay, we got rainy. We got sunny. Um, that is part of the weather. People say tornadoes. Let's think. How about people saying earthquake when the earth shakes like this? You see the water is shaking. Or people say tsunami, tsunami. That's different kinds of weather. Um, or hurricanes and stuff. Um, so what do you like? Um, oh, another thing is maybe thunderstorms. Thunderstorms. That's part of the weather. So what do you like best about thunderstorms? When it rains, you hear psh, psh, you hear lightning psh, psh, and thunder. When I was a little kid, like you guys, um, I get scared when I
Typhoon. Typhoon.
oh typhoon, yeah. Do you get scared? Do you get scared when you hear about typhoon?
I think yes.
Yeah. I in my country we don't have typhoons, but we have hurricanes. And when I was little, I get scared. Um, or where I live in my country, we get hurricanes. What? How about snow? Do you like snow? Like the snow we see
I storm.
ice storm?
I storm.
Yeah. I when I see on TV when I um in my where I live it doesn't snow. But different parts in America it does snow, but not where I live. And even for me now I am older. I wish I can say I want to go see snow so I can build a snowman and do a snow angel, you know. Um, how about um a hailstorm where you see big ice or little ice that comes from the sky. Hailstorm. That's ice that comes from the sky. I never saw it, you know. Sometimes the weather can, be fun, and sometimes it can be scary. It's good to know to know that no matter what the weather is like, God is always with us. Because if it is a bad rain, bad rain, and we get scared sometimes, but sometimes it is very sunny, we can go outside and swim, go to the pool. No,
And has a drought.
yeah, and have a dog or whatever. Okay, now let's get ready for the things I would like to share with you. In the Bible, when I explain to you about the weather, there are certain things that happen in the Bible. This is the Bible that I've been reading to help you guys. Well, in the Bible in Joshua, and let me give you a little summary. It talks about Moses was a leader of God's people, that the people from Israel, he led the people uh, and from slavery into the from slave from Israel, Egypt. I'm sorry. He took the people from that is Israel now, from Egypt to into a desert. They were in a journey to a beautiful land that God had promised them. But this Moses, because Moses is a leader, like how I am a teacher or a leader, you know, that Moses disobeyed. He when you hear the word disobey, it means that he didn't want to listen. He said, "Okay, I'm going to ignore you, God. I don't want to listen." Like sometimes we don't listen to our mom and dad. And God said he would not enter to the promised land. So this is what God is telling Moses. He said, "Hey, if you want to go to this beautiful land and that in this wonderful land that I am giving you, you know, this is what you need to do." So Moses told the people that his helper, Joshua, that's his helper, Joshua, would lead them, you know. So what happened? Moses said, "Hello, Joshua, I need your help. Come here. Help me bring these people somewhere else." Okay. It says, and with Joshua, he thinks, okay, that's a big job, a very big job, Moses. You know, and Joshua may have wondered when you think about it, when Moses told Joshua, if he could handle bringing the people to this promised land, this land that God told them that they will go. So here's Joshua thinking, can I do this? I don't know. Or can I do it? Should I do it? This is very big, very important. So that's something Joshua was thinking. Hmm. Um, so let's hear what God. Let's listen in Joshua in 1 through 5. Okay, let's see what Joshua what God told Joshua. And it says, no one will be able to stand against you all the days in your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Um, be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people into internal in yeah internal the land I swore into their fourth fathers, into them. Um, be strong and very courageous, and be careful to obey all. Do you remember? God said to obey, but Moses did not obey. Um, and be successful wherever you go. Do not let the book of the law depart from your mouth on its day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. And you will for sure and successful, and have not committed you. Be strong and courageous wherever you go. Wow. When when I was reading it, like I read to you, I think to myself like, oh wow, Joshua um, was praying to God and asked God, okay, God, what to do. Praying, when you hear the word praying, it's like you're talking to God. Like if Joshua had a telephone, he was saying, "Hello, God, I need some help. What can I do, God? What can I do? I need your help. Hello." You know, and this is what God. So and remember, what we heard was God said, "Look, Joshua, this is what I have to tell you. You know, so I want you to obey me. Okay, listen to me." God said, you know, and this is what else God said. God said to Joshua and said that that himself, God, would never leave him. Okay, he said, "Don't worry, Joshua, I will never leave you." He said, "No matter what happened," like saying, like, no worry, no worry. I'll take care of you. No matter what happened, no matter where you go, I will be with you forever. Okay. You know, this is what God is telling to Joshua, because Joshua is asking God, okay, what do you want me to do? There are many people that needs to go to this land that you know you want them to go. Just they call it the promised land, the land that he told them to go. He said, "Don't worry, I will take care of." He said, "Okay, okay." It's like if I tell men, okay, look, men, look, my homie, don't worry, I will take care of you. So if you want to come to America, don't worry, don't worry what happened. Okay, so wherever you go in America, if you get on the plane, if you get here in the airport, I'll take care of you. You know, and that you know that's what God is telling Joshua. So you know to not worry, I'm going to be with you. So if I'm telling men that, I say, okay, don't worry, I'll be with you wherever you go. So at least he'll say, okay, CJ, okay, teacher CJ, no problem. I believe you, trust you, that you be with me. So that's what Joshua, that's what God wanted Joshua to do, is to listen and obey him, and everything will come together. So I want to ask you guys a question. Um, when I told you the little part right there about Joshua and you know where he was talking to God, how do you think that God's word, you know, what God said to Joshua made him feel? Like what do you think made Joshua feel? Was he happy? Was he sad? What do you think? Um, I think for me when I read it, let me see. Let me see if I can read it. Maybe a part again. Um, it says okay. It says, "Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people in eternal the land in thirst the land I swore for the forefathers to give him. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all." He said. God said, "Be careful." So and everything to obey. To obey. Hmm. When I read it, that part, I I feel a little nervous, but also feel um I feel because um because when I say that I feel safe when I read it, it's because I feel like he feels safe because God say, okay, if you obey what I say, what I say, you know, saying and listen and do what is right, that's correct, you know, everything will become good with no problem. So I think Joshua felt, felt safe. He believed that God will protect him and protect the people, you know, of Israel. You know, God didn't. God did amazing things to help Joshua and the people of Israel, because they're you know they're moving into their new homeland. Like for example, the Joshua and the people from Israel are moving from Egypt to Vietnam, or like if I am going from America to Vietnam, or if you guys that's listening coming from Vietnam to America to come and see me and say I will live here, you know. So God said it's amazing how amazing how many things that God did for Joshua and the people. The you know the when you the people of the town called Gal Gai Gabon called to tell that God was with the people of Israel. They call the people Israelites. So they asked to be friends with them. Not everyone was very happy about this, because these people in this town, you can say that might have some type of problem, and they say, they say, I don't want to be with you. What? No, get away, you know. But let me read in chapter 10 for you guys. And we can see what are they talking about. Okay. So in chapter 10, in verse 1 through 5, let's see. It says, now it's a fancy name. It's a Hebrew name actually. Artaxerxes, king of the Jerusalem, heard that Joshua had taken Ai and totally destroyed it, doing it to Ai and its king as he had done to Jericho and its king, and that the people of England had made a treaty of peace with Israel and were living near them. He and his people were very much alarmed at this because Jebin was an important city. So this city, Jebin, was very important. And so it goes on saying, it goes on, sorry, um, very much important. So the king and the Jerusalem applied to Haman and king of Hardom, and it goes on. So many kings. So so what happened to this? The kingdom of Gibeon. So you can pretty much say that it they was in war, like boom boom, and a lot of fighting and rain and thunder and that by by another king, and the people of Gibeon called out to Joshua for help. So this is what the king you know so this is what the king did. He called up Joshua and said, "Hey, Joshua, how you doing? You doing okay? Um, hey, my town, my city, we are having a war with another city, and we need your help. Can you come here and help us?" So now, so so Noah said, okay, Joshua said, oh my goodness, what happened? Okay, so he gathered up his troops. So this is what Joshua was doing. He gathered his people that can fight and help. And he said, okay, look, he said, he told everybody, he said, look, everybody, this is what we're gonna do. We will go and fight. I said, so that's what they're gonna. That's what they did. God promised to. All right, God promised Joshua and the people from Israel. Let's see what it says when what God promised. The Lord, the Lord said to Joshua, "Do not be afraid of them. I have given them into your um, hand. Not one of them will be able to withstand you." So that's what God told them. Said, "Don't worry. You got somebody that can help you. We got you." Then so what else happened? So because God was with Joshua and the people of Israel, you can say that okay, they went to the kingdom, that needed help, Gibeon, and said, okay, we are here with God's help, we can win the war. So okay, so they went out and said, okay, we're gonna fight, pow 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 pow, and they won, and and then so what happened? Their empire retreated because they said, "Oh my God, what happened? No, too much." You can say, "Oh my God, too much power, too much power, too much problem," you know, and whatnot. Okay, so they said, "Okay, we leave. Bye bye, peace out." You know, so so when in that time when they was fighting, a lot of ice came from the sky and was hurting them because ice was like maybe this big. So they say, you know what, we're done, we finish. So Joshua saw that the sun was about to set, so he asked God for a special request. You know, and it goes on saying that God made the sun stay up until the battle was won. So what the next part in Joshua 10 through 12 and 13 is talking about that and say, okay, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. Don't worry. The sun will not go down. It won't be nighttime. I'll hold it. I'll wait. I tell keep the sun like that. Say, stay. Don't go nowhere until the people, Joshua and the people with Joshua will win the war. So they say. So when they won, they say, "Yay! Thank you, we won! Woo!" Say, yeah. And at dinner time, the sun was still up. At bedtime, what happened? The sun was still up. The sun stayed up for a whole day. That's 24 hours. And never before or since has anything like this happened because God is more powerful than than anything in the world. Because God, he controls everything. So just like God was with us, we know we have to put God in control with us. So like how God was in control with Joshua and the people from Israel. So we have to keep God with us always. So I have to say thank you for joining my class. And I hope that I try to explain everything the best I can. And hopefully, you learn and enough, and I will post this video for you guys to watch again, and maybe, as many times you want. So I'll see everyone next week on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So have a nice night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night. Bye-bye.
Bye.